I'm reviewing the original Lion King movie. I think it came out in 1994. I think that's what it said, but I'm not going to pause the video or stop the video because I'm just going to put the year in the title. This is the original Lion King, and look, I know I'm made a positive video about this movie in the past, the original Lion King, and not to spin off anything else to do with Lion King except for the original one, so, which does make it easier for me, you know, I kind of, remember I need to listen to my younger self. The younger self that reviewed this movie back in 1997. Well, and if it wasn't out in 1997, it was when I first saw the movie. It was back when it was back before I was 4, I know, okay, when I saw this film. And VHS was still a thing. And, see, this one came out in 1994, I said, or 1995, so that's years after my birthday, okay? 1994, 1995, previously I saw this film, so I would have been, like, in 1997 when I saw the film, because I remember seeing a VHS collections at home, so I picked it out, and I remember I kind of regretted it. I know I'm not talking about the movie, I'm just talking about my feelings and my memories, and I regretted watching the Disney anime film Pinocchio. This Lion King movie. I remember, it's just, something about this pissed me off. I don't know what it was. Well, I do know what it was, I just can't remember what it was. But I'm starting to remember it was more than one thing. But no one thinking it would have to be Matthew Broderick as Simba, adult Simba. I don't know why, but I think he was miscasted in this role. And yeah, I did like Jeremy Irons as Scar, and James Earl Jones, I think, is the best part of this movie as Mufasa. I personally think he's the best character. He should have been the main protagonist of him, or the guy the person who voices Kid Simba. I think the whole movie should have had the same guy who plays Kid Simba, adult Simba. They should have had him play adult Simba, because I'm sorry, but I don't like Matthew Broderick. Look, there's some things I can find him tolerable in, and a lot of stuff I find him bad in. And, this may be the most hated film I have ever seen him in. That I have actually hate. Like, one of the films I think his best movie was, The Cable Guy, because he is deranged, by Jim Carrey, so, and Master playing Matthew Broderick, you know, he's a different character, called a different character, so that I found tolerant, but that's because he's just getting humiliated. Oh god. And the reason why I think I like Inspector Gadget, the one of Matthew Broderick, is because he gets humiliated enough for me to like him. I think it's the only one when he gets for some reason humiliation or looks like an idiot enough was when I end up liking him. That's probably why I like Inspector Gadget, because he's looks like he ends up looking like enough like an idiot, and he's getting humiliated enough. I end up liking his portrayal of Inspector Gadget. So I like his portrayal and the Cable Guy. This, however, he's playing the hero of the film. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. And no, he doesn't play a doofus at all. That would be... He's like a bland, generic underdog. And my god, I'm not sure he's... Oh boy. This I really hate him in this. I remember why I hated this film. It's his Matthew Broderick's performance. I like the film enough to like it until it gets to the adult Simba scenes with adult Simba. I remember this would make me hate the movie. Adult Simba. I actually hate his voice. I remember now. Oh, I feel so good now. I remember that now. This film is good enough for me to like enjoy it until it gets to the scenes with adult Simba, because that's when Matthew Broderick shows his blandness to the role. And then, oh boy, we get to hear Matthew Broderick sing. And how he sings, look, here's my problem with Matthew Broderick's singing voice. It's not a bad singing voice, but it sounds awful rehearsed singing voice. Sort of like his acting careers in majority of his roles. How his acting may not be bad, it might be horrible, but now I said rehearsed might be actually be that. I just say that he can. It is bad. His singing voice is bad. I'm sorry, and his performance is bad. Like most of his movies and his acting career. This is wow. I mean. I remember this several times when I wanted to strangle this bastard in this movie because it's his voice. It's nothing wrong with the writing. These things. It's Matthew Broderick's performance. The writing's fine at all, majority of the time, but Matthew Broderick's performance is destroying this movie from being good. It's amazing. Well, in the worst way of definition of amazing. So let's talk about the story. The story is Mufasa teaches Simba how to be king. He disobeys his father's order by going to this place with hyenas, which is also the place where the Scar hangs out. Hyenas try to eat Simba, and he put Nala in danger, who's basically his brother. He's basically kind of his cousin or something like that. His best friend or cousin. He's either cousin or brother, or sister, or best friend. I'm not sure but I think they're cousins or something. Anyway, they're destined to be, because the annoying parrot says they're destined to be lovers when they're older. You don't really see it at all being hinted at in their relationship until they meet each other decades later as a full-grown-fledged adult-style horny for sex. After Simba father gets killed by his Uncle Scar by a rampage and gets stomped over in the rampage. Simba, for some reason, thinks that this is Kid Simba. Now, for some reason, Kid Simba is distance away and on the other side, a different side of the cliff where Scar lets go of his brother Mufasa, the king of the jungle. So, and he sees his father fall. So that means he sees that what Scar did. And a competent writer, that makes sense. And that's how it would play out. Now, Simba should be on the run from Scar. Or stitch on Scar and run from Scar. But for some reason, for some goddamn reason, he thinks it is he who committed murder to his father and treachery to his father by committing murder and treachery to his kingdom by murdering the king Mufasa. He thinks that he killed Mufasa for some reason, even when, if he was to close enough distance, but far enough distance, look, Scott obviously wasn't watching where Simba was. So, if you're telling me Simba can see that Skylar fell, into the rampage and to get stomped over multiple times and to become a corpse and part of the circle of life in the afterlife. How does he not know or didn't see with his own two eyes and could see all that, but not the fact that Scott let his brother go to his doom? He grabbed him, then he says, "Long live the king," and drops him. I don't know. That's just lazy writing. And this is a big problem. So now some of the things that he needs to run away, and hear his Uncle Scar's wording, run away from the jungle, run away anyway. He runs into a warhog and some sort of monkey thing. They call Simba and Pumbaa, and they teach him how to fuck responsibility in the song, musical number, Akuma Matata is called. And it's not bad, but it's until Matthew Broderick, the bad seed of this film, starts to join in on the song, to start lending his voice. And my God, it just makes me hate this song because of that reason. The Akuma Matata thing is the worst song in the movie. It actually sucks because it's Matthew Broderick entering and making his main entrance into the film, and that always made me twitch when I start to hear Matthew Broderick's singing voice whenever I hear the song on the radio or on the soundtrack to this movie, or on the Disney Channel radio in the past, my life, or whenever this song gets to this point, when Matthew Broderick opens his fat ass mouth to sing, and it just makes me hate the song suddenly. It makes me want to turn off the VHS and then go back way before and rewind till I get to the end of the final climax. Because that's the part where Matthew Broderick doesn't talk. When he's fighting Scar and kills him. And lets him be leave to get eaten by the hyenas, his own crowd. I mean, his own henchmen that worked for him. And this is after he takes over the jungle as a new king, after Simba runs away from home for many, many decades. It doesn't return as a full-fledged adult. After he gets late with his best friend in the montage of Can You Feel the Love Tonight? Oh, I bet he can, in his pants. Wait, lions don't wear pants. That's stupid. That makes no sense. But you know what I mean? This erection joke is what I'm trying to pull off. And, the song's not a bad song, and it's one of the times where I will say Matthew Broderick is not doing a bad job when he's joining on this musical now of Can You Feel Love Tonight, because here's the thing, Matthew Broderick has a very, much like his acting abilities, is like his singing abilities, he has a very limited amount of talent, as in he's a limited singer, just like he's a very limited actor. He can do these things, but he has his really short range, as in he has limits for both sides of his career, singing or acting, you know, or trying to be a comedian. So maybe, just maybe, this film could have been better if you had someone else do Matthew Broderick's role. Anybody. Even Rob Schneider or Pauly Shore would have been a better choice. I hate those. I can't believe I almost threw up in my mouth. Threw up because I actually suggest that. And then I'm one of the actors I don't really like them as actors, but it's like they have more talent than Matthew Broderick. So if you want to have a bad actor or a limited actor to play this main character, the love main character for some reason, you should go someone else that's not Matthew Broderick. Anybody. So, my God. And once he gets tackled by his best friend, they instantly fall in love and go on a date. And it ends overnight. And he goes back to the jungle to claim his throne. And Scar says that he murdered Mufasa. And for some reason this bothers him now again. When he got this invite from this monkey and told him to suck up and get over it. And he just took the monkey's advice to heart, but I guess he didn't take it to heart enough because he might have forgotten about it. He has a short memory. I don't know. So then he decides to say, "It's payback, Scar. You confess you killed my father because you confessed to it and say this is what you said when I saw you kill Mufasa, my father, because I remember what you said, even though I didn't say that you said from Mufasa. I remember that you said that for early in the film when you kill Mufasa. Somehow I don't have amnesia anymore. Somehow." And doesn't really make sense in hindsight when you think about it. Yeah, so he claims he defeats God, claims him. He's now victorious, claims the throne as his own, and lets out this big roar that you so believe it's not coming from Matthew Broderick at all. You truly believe that that's not a Matthew Broderick roar. I always imagine his roar would sound like a meow, or not a roar like a lion, because he, let's face it, he's not that talented enough to convince him that he convinced us, the audience, well, at least me, Mike Wallace, because it's stupid, to convince us that he sounds like a lion, or voice of a lion. I don't know why, but it's kind of like this is so stupid, and that's the end of the movie. Oh, now he's pregnant his girlfriend, who's now, I guess, his wife, and set up for a sequel that comes years to come, called Lion King 2, Simba's Path. I'll talk about that one some other time. So yeah, this I really think I hate this movie. I don't really like Matthew Broderick. I just can't stand him in this movie. He really shouldn't be in this movie. Well, hopefully the 2019 one has a better person to fit the role of Simba. Well, with me actually tell the same exact story. Good news is, they didn't got Matthew Broderick to voice Simba. And so hopefully they got someone else that can play a believable Simba. Oh god, I'm kidding myself, aren't I? Well, I haven't seen the movie, so time will tell. And I'll review that some other time when I see it, okay? After I see it. So I give this a 0 out of 10, The Lion King. Fuck this film. That's all I have to say.